What's going on, ninjas? What is going on? It's Friday, and you know what it is. It's freaky, always something on Friday. We're here at the clinic of mine that I mow. This is a bi-weekly. Pretty good growth, Definitely needs a cut. Figured I'd start the video, even though this is our last one of the day. I've been just trying to get all this done, so we've just been go, but I've had a lot on my mind. I've been thinking a lot of stuff, and I felt like I've been thinking about a lot of stuff now for a while, actually this whole season, but I never mentioned it just because, well, I'm the type of person, you know, I'd like to think through things before I even, one, take action, or two, even share what my plans are. But anyway, so this is why I'm starting right here, the video, because this is the last one, and then tomorrow we've got one left, which we could totally go do today, but I'm not going to. I don't want to work really late. If that's the only one left tomorrow, that's cool, because we got to work anyway tomorrow. I got to finish those shrubs around my house. It's just getting out of control, especially around the carport area. So we're going to focus on that. I was going to start the video earlier because we had a shrubbery job earlier, but because I wanted to talk a lot about shrubbery and some of the things that I have learned over the course of years. But I figured, yeah, I want to get things done, get all of it done, and I can talk about the shrubbery tomorrow because we got plenty of it around my house that we need to do. So we'll do that tomorrow, but I want to share some insight on opinions and things like that about shrubbery work. Anyway, a lot of you may have noticed, maybe not, I've had a lot of stuff going through my mind, and I've had a lot of changes. Dust. For one, which is the absolutely smallest part of it, is losing quite a few clients because of moving with home sales and stuff. Of course, the ambulance will be coming by now, or fire ambulance. So that was just something that there's a shocker there a little bit. You know, I've got some customers that I've been servicing for 8 years, 7 years, and they're moving. So, and it seems like, as I mentioned before, this year more than ever. But also, just the employee aspect of it, which I think all of us deal with, anyone who's in this business, and if you're an owner, you own this business, you're gonna be going through a headache of, you know, employees. And so, you know, I've had employees where I knew that they weren't gonna last but a few weeks or a few months. I never saw any future with them, but at the same time, they were there, they were helping, and sometimes, guys, this is not for everybody, this type of work. And so sometimes you're gonna come across people, and this is why I call it the ninja train, right? Remember? Sometimes you'll come across people in life, or in business for that matter, where you know they're not really leadership material, or they don't even have it in them, or they're not interested. But they're there now, and they're helping you, and so definitely appreciate that. And I look at it as fuel for the ninja train, or like Tiny. It doesn't really matter. So my business, your business has to keep moving. In order for you to be successful and gain money and, you know, success, you have to keep moving forward. You can never, ever quit. And how do you do that? Well, simple. You got to keep moving forward regardless of the obstacles of what happens in your business. Equipment breaks down, employees quit, you have to fire them. You got to keep moving in order to get ahead in life, okay? So when you come across employees that are not future materialistic employees, they are not going to be around. You already can tell. I view them as a tank of gas, okay? I really do, because that means they're just there temporarily. Just like when I fill up Tiny, that fuel inside Tiny is temporary. It's gonna get used up, it's gonna get burnt, and it's only gonna get me to get through the day. The next morning, I gotta fill up again. So when you come across employees that are only temporary, you can just tell they don't wanna be there. You can tell they're not really planning to stick around or do this for a long period of time. You just be grateful and thankful that you got the help, and prepare that at some point they're gonna leave and you're gonna have to find somebody else, right? That's how I view it, and I've viewed it like that now for many, many years. But sometimes you'll come across employees also where you think they'll be there with you for years and then something happens. And sometimes you'll come across employees where you don't think they'll make it, or you're kind of questioning it, and then they end up being with you for a very long time. My longest employee has been with me for 3.5 years, and so far nobody has even gotten close to that. So, okay, where I'm going with all this, this is gonna turn into more of a rant than anything else, is what I have been doing this year and what my plans are for next year and how I am treating this year. So let's talk about all that when I get done mowing, maybe even when I get home, I don't know. But a lot's been going on, a lot more in my head, and a lot of plans and a lot of visual. You gotta have plans. That's another thing in business. You have to have always plans. And what you're doing, you need to know what you're doing, and you need to know what you want. Where do you want to be? How big you want to be? What kind of income you want to generate? All those things. So when I was 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, heck, 10 years ago, right? This is my 11th year in business. When I started, I had a short-term plan and I had a long-term plan. The short-term plan needs to be, what is the next thing that you want to do as far as upgrading any equipment, maybe more clients, so that way you can generate more income and set yourself up. So your short-term plans should be setting yourself up for your long-term plans, okay? But they can't be the same thing. The short-term plans are only designed to set you up for long-term plans, but you have to have long-term plans, ninjas. You have to. So the short-term plans, every year make one. So make one and say, hey, at the end of this year, I want to accomplish this, and then strive for that. But a long-term plan needs to be, where do you want to be and what do you want to be doing? How big do you want to get? Anything like that. So when I started this business, I wanted to be where I am now. That was my long-term plan. I wanted to have nice equipment. I wanted to have dependable equipment. I wanted to have a nice truck, nice mowers, and I wanted to have plenty of clientele where I didn't have to stress and worry. Well, guess what? I'm there. I'm there. Now, I've gone through a lot of stuff to get there. Unfortunately, I didn't start YouTube then, and I wish I did. But I didn't, because I would have loved to share that as I was going through that. But you guys have seen a lot of changes with me even since I've started YouTube. You guys have seen a lot of struggles. You've seen a lot of accomplishments. You've seen a lot of ups and downs. You've seen a lot of stuff. And I think all of us go through this. So I am glad that I'm able to share that with you guys. And thank you for hanging out with me and following and hopefully learning something from these videos. So like I said, my videos are just every day, right? Whatever, every day, how it is. Kind of like right now. I didn't plan on making a video, but here I am making a video. I've actually bumped up all my yards by a quarter. So like last summer, I was cutting all my bi-weeklies on 3. And I've noticed if we ever get into a drought or anything like that, that bumping it up just that 1/4 inch makes a difference. In 2017, when you guys watched me, you guys saw me go through quite a bit. I was actually stressed out. I was overweight, and I wasn't myself. I felt like I was losing myself and what I really love to do, which is cut grass and just do lawn care. And instead, I got so stressed. I focused on the wrong things and ultimately didn't focus on the right things, which is, number one, is yourself, which we could save that for another video. You got to focus on yourself and you got to take care of yourself, but I'm not going to talk about that today. But if you are not taking care of yourself, I will say this: then how do you expect to continue to do this business for 10, 20, 30, 40 years? You have to be in shape, you have to take care of yourself, and you have to take the necessary precautions to continue to take care of yourself, because we are working outside and there are times that this is pretty brutal, whether it be with the heat, with the rain, the weather, cold, hot. Anybody that's working any kind of outside stuff, right? Construction, lawn care, landscapers, man, you're dealing with a lot of stuff which can play a toll on your body. So the better shape you are in now, you're gonna be in better shape down the road. Okay, enough of that, maybe on another day. But speaking of that though, I do wanna say I've lost a lot of weight. I know a lot of you can tell because I've been sharing it on Instagram and just here and there, but I've lost a total of 50. I just weighed myself, not this morning, but the day before today, so yesterday. Was it yesterday? It was this week, whatever, I think it was yesterday. I lost 55 pounds, okay? And we'll definitely make it another video about this, of how, why, and what got me to do this. But so a lot has happened. You guys saw me go through one heck of a year, especially when I started YouTube and all that. Then last year, it was steady. So you'll have one year where it's a crazy year. So this is what success is. People think success is just like that. It's not. Success is one day, 1 year. Then you'll go like that, which is where I'm at now. Then you'll go maybe down, or where you'll go 1 year, that, 1 year, that. Success is up, down, up, down, up, down. What makes you stand out between others is that you never quit and you never give up ultimately on yourself, your business, yourself, right? And you will go through ups and downs. That is part of life. We experience it every day. You will not have every year the best year. You will not have every day the best day, which is one of the reasons why I had mentioned to you prior, I make my videos based on that. I want to show you the real side of things. If I'm in a good mood, you'll see it. If I'm in a bad mood, you'll see it. If I'm in a serious mood, like right now, you will see it. That is the reality of this life and this business. If you're watching somebody who's always on the high, they're not doing this. They're doing something else. But this business is not always on the high. And it's one thing to talk about it, but it's another thing to show you. Okay, I could be sitting here, always in a positive, energetic mood, and just talk about it. Or I could show you. Well, my direction with my channel and my business and my life really is to show you. I've always been the person to show things and not just talk about it. I always say this is cheap, showing you is not. So, okay. So last year, the year before was a crazy year. It was a successful year, but I had a lot of headache. I've been dealing with a lot of employees, customers, new jobs came on board. And this was 2017 actually. 2018 was steady. So it went from this 2017 to 2018, it went like this, okay? 2019 is where I had to make a lot of decisions and figure out what I'm gonna do next. So 2019, I could have gone up, I could have stayed the same, or I could have gone down. Now going down doesn't necessarily mean you're failing, it just means you are changing things or downgrading. I don't think I went down. Actually, I know I didn't go down, but I didn't go up, but that was my choice. I actually decided to stay right where I was. And the reason for that is I needed a year to figure things out, what the next move is. So you guys have to understand, I've been in business 10 years. Okay, 10 years is a long time. And 11th year, I needed a year to figure out what am I doing for the next 10 years. So for example, the first 10 years, my goal when I first started this is to be where I'm at, to be financially successful, financially set, stress-free, which is something that I have finally finished 2017 and a little bit of 2018. Some severely stressed situations, which made me gain weight and do a bunch of other things like just lack of sleep, which I still have to kind of get more sleep on that. But you know, there's things like that. So now I'm changing things. And if you remember, or if you recall, just a few weeks ago, I even told you, maybe even a month or two ago, where I said, I am reconstructing my business. I am in the process of changing things. So one of the things that I want to change and take action on is, what do I do from here on out? Now remember what I said to you earlier, short-term plans, long-term plans. What I have decided this year, ninjas, is I wanted to take simply a break. I put in 10 years of hard work, and obviously this whole YouTube thing just kind of popped up 2 years ago. But I wanted to, when I say take a break, I don't mean take a break as far as work-wise. I mean as far as success or growth or the next step, whatever you want to call it. I wanted to stay, remember, up, down, or there. I wanted to stay right here, okay? And there's reasons for that. A lot of you know why. Employees, one of them. Now that I've come to find out early into this season that I'm losing a lot of clients because just moving, right? People are just selling their homes. So that is very common. And also just myself. I've had a very 2017 was super stressful. 2018, still running the business and having a son, a kid on the way, and then the, baby ninja arriving. There was a lot going on. So it was just a crazy last couple of years. So this year I just needed to take a break from the grind, the hustle. I wanted to just keep maintaining what I have and generating income as I am, and not stress as much, which has helped me lose weight, feel great, and be able to actually concentrate on my future. So what I'm saying here before we go, because I'm rambling on and it's gonna be one long video, is the plans are to hit it hard again start of next season. I'm gonna go ahead, hit it hard again start of next season, and I'm gonna try again to take it to that next step. But I needed a year to myself so I can prepare myself, not only physically, get back in shape, but mentally as well. So stay tuned. That's gonna be an interesting next season for sure. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.